was Daybreak Sports with Boluwaji Ogumola. The show is still Daybreak Live on Dominion Television, your channel of choice, where inspiration meets entertainment. Don't forget, you can keep the conversation going on our YouTube channel. Subscribe to that channel, drop your comments, and we're definitely going to read them out. You can also link up with us on all other social media platforms. It is on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. It is at Dominion Broadcast. And on X, formerly Twitter, it is at Dominion Cast. You can also watch us live on our website, www.dominion.org.ng, dominion.org.ng. All right, let's now go straight to trends on the social media this morning. And I say with me in the studio, Pat Aito.
You always have me with you. So, of course, welcome to Trend Watch for today's episode of the program. Of course, the first one here is the Nikkah ceremony will be our wedding anniversary. That's Priscilla Ojo class following multiple ceremonies. That ceremony.
I mean, it means the ceremony has not ended.
It has not.
It's going to be something.
We'll have another
wedding of the millennium.
Had one in Nigeria, another one in Tanzania, maybe another one will be in US.
I mean, that has been. It has been an amazing. In fact, it has been amazing tracking this event actually, because I don't know, you can't spend so much money unless there's actually love involved. And I feel it's something really interesting.
It's not all about love, or not all ceremonies, not elaborated.
There's love involved. If it is not love for money, it will be love for attention. It will be love for.
So which one do you see? Which one do you see here?
I mean, I'm not here to actually rate them, but I just feel there's love involved, regardless of which one.
Okay, Mr. Sampson, it's saying there's love involved. There's love involved, but then it is not all elaborate weddings and ended up well. But I pray theirs will not be like that.
Thank you. All right, there are comments on that, on that particular post. And then Annie Rosie says, the real definition of person we go marry you, no go stress you. Met in June, started dating in July, and then got married in February or more. At this point, I rebuke every time waster in my life. I mean, it doesn't have to be, it's not actually how far in the relationship. But how well. It is how well. You can actually meet a person and in 2-3 days, you already know, I think I'm going to have a future with this person. Regardless of if you have decided to marry the person. I'm not saying that. But I'm just saying, you will know. The green light will be there. Like, I think I stand a chance with this person.
When would there be red lights? Inside the wedding or inside marriage?
Red lights actually occurs almost at the same time. You would know that, there are red flags. I don't think I can actually, go ahead with this. That's when you pull out. I tell people, when you go out on a date with a person, it's just a decent meal with an individual that you don't have to see the person the next day. If you have seen red lights and you feel like, no, I don't think I can go ahead with this, you don't have to call the person the next day.
Okay,
you don't have to pick the calls.
Okay.
I mean,
that's to you. But then, may I feel, even if you date someone for 6 months, some people can hide their...
I'm just saying that as long as you can actually see green light in maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 days and say, I think we are good to go. You can actually see those red flags almost immediately, and you'll be like, no, this is not what I'm looking for. Okay.
Well, we have another comment here. Sylvia_Fati saying another 8 parties to celebrate the anniversary wouldn't be bad. We need another movie, please.
I mean, a year is just around the corner. And then before you know it, you realize the Nikkah is here. So they must have started, preparation for the Nikkah. Well, we wish them well, and we do wish them well. Get to see more pictures and videos of the wedding, and then be like, wow,
how the love grows.
But away from there, Blessing CEO and a man IVD clash with Tosin Silverdam at a recent event. I mean, what's that deep breath about?
The deep breath was just because some people will say Blessed CEO like, oh, she's everywhere, she's a relationship therapist. But now if she's in that kind of situation, and don't forget that Ogbonna Ikechukwu, if I'm not mistaken, Ike Ogbonna is our own our client. Do you understand? Our client, and they got into one thing led to like, okay, let's start dating, and this person is coming out to show this. Would you still come out to tell people like, okay, this is how it works? And that's why I tell people, see, you don't always believe all this motivational speaker when you see them on social media. What they are going through, it's even more than what you
are going through. But then for the gram, they are going to hide theirs just to make you feel
comfortable. To make you feel comfortable, like, it's true. That's where there was one video of, let's say, CEO that I watched, like, if a man cannot take care of you, buy this for you, don't date that man. And I was like, oh, really?
In Nigeria?
And now seeing this, seeing her dating a man that is, say,
I mean, that shouldn't have happened. That shouldn't have happened. But then, we take comments on this particular one. And Apparels by Body Evans says, being able to control one's anger and emotions is a big deal. Yes, absolutely right.
Yeah.
I think I agree with that.
That guy has an anger issue.
He says, I really want to learn how to, because sometimes it's needed so as to not to make a mess of yourself. Though unleashing can be very satisfying.
But not all the same, or not all the time. Not all the time. But in this man case, you know that this man has anger issue. It's temperamental. Well, we have another comment here. Still with Slay with underscore channel. Underscore says, but why is Blessing pained? So she can't take half of what she dish out to people. Don't say I beg. Go set camera again.
I mean, sometimes what you do to people, you might just not be able to take it. And then if it happens like this, I think it's an important time for her to actually learn from this and then maybe turn a new leaf, do things differently, and stop misleading the people.
Turn a new leaf, but it's a work for Blessed CEO. She needs to work on that man.
Yeah. And away from there, this morning part, rapper and singer Speed Darlington is in the news. And Naptip are still saying, look, you have to
come out and tell us what happened.
Then he's saying, look, I have never engaged in or contemplated involving myself in such acts. And then that was his response to Naptip. But they are still saying, look, you have to come here and tell us this to our faces. So it will not be like you're just,
they're just there ranting or saying what. Because for you to come out to say something like that, something might have happened.
And then that brings us to the comment we have there, saying, look, if nothing has happened, you wouldn't have come out to say this.
To say something like that.
So without fire, there is no smoke. So it means that something must have happened somewhere.
There are some, the comments here, Sendela 740 saying there are things someone can't just say unless they are true.
Yeah. And then there's another one says PR gone wrong. Yeah, it's true actually. He said that was all PR, but then this is not the kind of PR
is no.
It's a no. All right, that takes us away from this segment of the show this morning. And then we really have to go. We draw the curtains on today's edition of Daybreak Live on Dominion Television, your channel of choice. Don't forget to keep it locked on this star. We have so many interesting shows for you after this. But of course, simply, we have to go. Thank you for being a part of the show this morning. And thank you for spending your morning with us. Samson Balogun is my name. Keep being safe out there. Bye for now.
All right, without you, we won't be here. We appreciate you so much for joining us on today's episode of the program. See you again. Good morning.